Dear father and mother, please be glad. I have obtained a splendid place to die. This is the last day. The Empire's destiny lies with this battle. In the decisive battle for Greater East Asia, I will fall like a flower in the skies of the southern seas. I shall be a shield for His Majesty and die bravely along with my squadron leader and others. I will be born 7 times, each time to destroy the enemy. Ah, what is there besides this that surpasses it as the long-cherished desire of a young man? I am very deeply grateful for you who raised me for a long time to become strong. The gift of my squadron leader and more experienced officers who raised me as their own son and gave me guidance, and the gift of demanding training. I warmly thank you for bringing me up well for 23 years. This present deed will repay your kindness. Please praise me for dying well for the country in an honorable way. Among my brothers and sisters, I truly was a happy person. Please be glad. I am asking that you please have my younger brother also be able to serve as an honorable military man. Father and mother, soon I will return in a white wooden box. We will meet each other at Yasukuni Shrine. Thank you for everything that you have done for a long time. Please take good care of yourselves. Ah, the heroic Jubaku unit of the Special Attack Corps 5th Juretsu Squadron with its Sunside dive bombers will dive on enemy aircraft carriers where we are heading. Since our last images have been captured on camera, before long, please watch us at leisure at the movie theater. Please see 16 smiling bomber crewmen who are brave warriors. Ah, special attack that will break into pieces as a jewel. Last night, 0100 on October 28, 1944, at Manila, Isao. Dear parents, in the 20-some years from when I received life, I was fortunate to have been brought up without any inconvenience at all. Under the love of my kind parents and due to the hard work of my fine brothers and sisters, I was able to spend pleasant days. I was inclined to be self-centered at times. During this time, I caused you more worries than my brothers and sisters. It makes me sad that I will go before you while not repaying your kindness in any way. However, in Japan, where loyalty and filial piety are one, and where it is said that rendering loyal service is showing filial piety, I think you will forgive my action. As a worker in the skies, I spent every day with the assumption of death. Each written character and each word were my daily last letter and will. High in the skies, death certainly is not the target of fear. In this way, will I carry out an attack and die? No. No matter what, I cannot think about dying. And there were times when I was impelled with an urge to make an attack somehow. I am in no way scared of death. Instead, I feel glad. The reason why is that I believe I can meet my dear older brother Tatsu. My greatest desire is to see him again in heaven. I do not have what they call a view of life and death. The reason is because I thought that such a view of life and death would try to give death meaning and value, and that it would cause too much fear of an uncertain death. I believe that through death I will meet others again in heaven, and consequently, I do not fear death. Death is nothing at all when you think that it is a process of going up to heaven. Speaking clearly, I admired liberalism. It was because I thought that liberalism is needed in order for Japan really to continue on eternally. This may seem foolish. That is because now Japan is unwrapped in a totalitarian feeling. However, when I truly opened my eyes widely and thought of human nature, liberalism is a logical ideology. When I try to consider victory or defeat in the war and look at that country's ideology, I think that it becomes known in advance. I think that the outcome for the country that had a natural ideology suited for human nature is perfectly obvious. My ideal of trying to make Japan like the British Empire in the old days have been completely defeated. Beyond this, I only offer my life gladly for Japan's liberty and independence. For a human, the rise and fall of one country is truly a great matter. But when thought of from the perspective of the entire universe, it is truly a trivial matter. As the saying, pride comes before a fall. Even if America and Britain win this war, I know that the day will come when they certainly will be defeated. Even if they are not defeated, it is quite delightful when I think that several years afterwards they will be turned to powder through an explosion of the globe. However, what's more, certainly death will come for them also who today live with good feelings. It is only the difference of sooner or later. There is a book that I left behind in the right-hand drawer of my bookcase in the attached room. If it does not open, please open the left-hand drawer and pull out the nail. I pray that you take good care of yourselves. My regards to my oldest brother, Kyoko, and everyone. Farewell, be in good health. Farewell forever. From Ryōji. Dear Chieko, the two of us made efforts together, but ultimately they ended without bearing fruit. Even while we had hopes, losing the season, which I had feared in the corner of my heart, became reality in the end. Last month on the 10th, we parted at the train station in Ikebukuro while picturing in our hearts the enjoyable day. But right after returning to base, the situation directly concerning my squadron changed suddenly. Correspondence was prohibited for some time. I have been busy every day as we changed locations frequently. And now the day of my fine sortie has come. I want to write a letter to you. There are plenty of things to write. However, I know that all these are not anything other than words to say thanks for your kindness until now. Your parents, older brothers, older sister, younger brother, and younger sister are all fine persons. For the kindness that you showed to imperfect me, I really cannot close the commonplace words of gratitude. but I say from the bottom of a pure heart at the end, thank you. Now, I do not want to retrace in vain the remains of a long relationship in the past. The issue is that there is a future. I believe that your sharp mind will always give you proper judgment to go forward. However, separate from that, as the man who was engaged to marry you and as the man who will go to fall, I want to say a few things to you who is a woman. There is nothing else other than my hoping for your happiness. Do not be fixated in vain on obligations of the past. You are not to live in the past. With courage, forget the past and discover a new life in the future. You will live in the reality of moment by moment in the future. I no longer exist in the real world. Perhaps these words went along extremely abstractly, but the intention is so that you make use of them in various real situations that will arise in the future, and not that these be selfish, one-sided words. I say this from a pure objective standpoint. The cherry blossoms here have fallen already. The season of new leaves that I like very much will soon arrive here. Now I am thinking what to say, and I want to say a bit of my desires. 1. Books that I want to read. Manyoshu, Kushu, Dote, Itansho, Kokio. 2. Paintings that I want to see. Madonna and Child by Raphael. Hibo Canon by Hogai. 3. Shaiko. I very much want to see you and talk to you. Hereafter, be happy and cheerful. I will go smiling and cheerful to not lose. April 12, 1945, Toshio. When you have an opportunity, please express my true sentiments. While I enjoyed living through my journey with a pure heart for those persons who I met, I also was a happy person who could go. What I want to say strongly to you at the end is this. You should live based on your own particular will. You should go forward without fear and believe in yourself in any circumstance on the path to happiness. If I can sum up, you should completely forget Toshio of the past. I think that the best path is that you, as a wise woman, should be a good wife and a good mother. You should be a truly strong person who for the future can forget all of the past. At the end, I earnestly appeal to you. Motoko, you often looked and smiled at my face. You also slept in my arms, and we bathed together. When you grow up and want to know about me, ask your mother and Aunt Kayo. My photo album has been left for you at home. I gave you the name Motoko, hoping you will be a gentle, tender-hearted, and caring person. I want to make sure you are happy when you grow up and become a splendid bride. And even though I died without you knowing me, you must never feel sad. When you grow up and want to meet me, please come to Kudan. And if you pray deeply, surely your Father's face will show itself within your heart. I believe you are happy. Since your birth, you started to show a close resemblance to me, and other people would often say that when they saw little Motoko, they felt they were meeting me. Your uncle and aunt will take good care of you with your being their only hope, and your mother will only survive by keeping in mind your happiness throughout your entire lifetime. Even though something happens to me, you must certainly not think of yourself as a child without a father. I am always protecting you. Please be a person who takes loving care of others. When you grow up and begin to think about me, please read this letter. Father. P.S. In my airplane, I keep as a charm a doll you had as a toy when you were born. So it means Motoko was together with Father. I tell you this because my being here without your knowing makes my heart ache.